The state of California relaxed restrictions on churches this week, and the Diocese of Los Angeles now has a plan to reopen. Step 1 allows for adoration of the Blessed Sacrament and confessions while following social distancing. Churches have to be cleaned after each use, and volunteers will open doors and count parishioners. In Step 2, starting June 3rd, public masses, weddings, and funerals can resume, but choirs will be replaced by a cantor, and Holy Communion can be received by hand only. Meanwhile, in a county in Maryland reverses a policy that would have banned Catholic churches from distributing the Eucharist. The initial restriction was put in place as the county planned for the phased reopening of houses of worship. Correspondent Mark Irons joins us now with the latest developments. Mark?
Tracy, this guidance out of Howard County, Maryland, first called for no food or beverage consumption before, during, or after religious services, which effectively banned the distribution of communion. To that, we saw swift reaction from Catholics.
A Maryland county changes course after outcry over a decision that would have kept Catholics from receiving the Eucharist.
It is the source and summit of our faith, the Eucharist, and nothing is more important than that.
Lewis Brown, executive director of the Christ Medicus Foundation, tells us the original executive order out of Howard County, Maryland, would have violated religious freedom. He says church officials have already proposed guidelines for the safe distribution of communion.
Prohibiting communion in churches is not necessary to protect the public health.
Howard County says after Maryland Governor Larry Hogan announced a modified reopening of restaurants yesterday, it is changing its former guidance on houses of worship, stating, "As we move closer to a full Phase 1 reopening, we will be lifting food consumption restrictions for faith institutions." The Catholic Association was among the groups concerned about the initial restrictions. The group's legal advisor, Andrea Picciotti-Bayer, is grateful church and government officials could reach a solution.
Whenever the church and the government work collaboratively for the good of the faithful and for the good of the community, we see great successes.
Howard County is in the Archdiocese of Baltimore. The Archdiocese says it is thankful for the reversal and called it essential that faith and government leaders work for the common good. Tracy?
Correspondent Mark Irons reporting for us tonight. Thank you, Mark.